What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to feature a video that was posted by Grassroots Army. They are a channel here on YouTube. He is very informative. He posts a lot of videos about parents, you know, confronting school boards, and he's very, let's say, patriotic and all about protecting children from the madness, what's going on in the schools today. Now, this video he posted about 13 days ago. I would like for you guys to go subscribe to Grassroots Army. I will link his channel down in the description of this video. Give him some love because he always posts good stuff. Now, this video posted 13 days ago was a mom absolutely destroys the school board. It's only about 3 minutes, 43 seconds long, but you know, we got to do our reaction type thing. And yeah. All right, y'all. As a mother, I am 100% on board with any and all parents who challenge a school board because we pay taxes. Our money, they work for us. They are public servants to us. It's not the other way around. We don't work for them. And so many times we see these school boards absolutely overstepping those boundaries. Parents have things called parental rights. I myself voted on it here in Ohio. Last election, they asked me if the schools should be allowed to, if parental rights should be allowed. And I'm like, that is a no-brainer. All right, you guys, let's start this video. This channel's awesome. Gotta give them a big shout out.
Good evening. We have come here tonight after watching the grand jury testimony of that police officer who did actually watch Sabine destroy evidence of the sexual abuse in our schools, like other people have mentioned. Patty was also here during that period of time in the massive cover-ups.
All right. First of all, did you hear what she just said? Because I think I heard her absolutely perfectly clear that the school is covering up crimes of that nature as well. And I can't help but notice in the background, we have the pride and the trans flags back here. And I can see very angry liberals over here yonder. You know, I've come to the epic conclusion that these woke parents absolutely breed children like that. They let their activisms get in the way of their parenting, and I ain't about it. I tell my sons how beautiful they are. They're absolutely perfect the way they were born, and no, they cannot change their genders. It's impossible, nor will I ever co-sign on giving my child puberty blockers or allow him to surgically mutilate himself, or, you know, both of them. All right, I'm going to back it up just a smidgen because I have to go off on that because I had to see this. Like, what are you even doing here? Like, to keep your activisms at home.
Period of time in the massive cover-ups. So, like the others, we all recommend the resignation. We think that there should be accountability for these crimes. You know, none of the administrators that were involved in these cover-ups lost their degrees or their jobs. So I find that pretty unusual. It seems like someone should be held accountable for it.
Now, why, if you're covering up those types of crimes at that level, you still have your job, your degree, you're still allowed around children? Why aren't you in a jail cell? Something tells me, you know, you guys, we are in the fight for our lives here, the fight for our children's lives. I think that they have 100% covered all of this up. They do it all the time. The teachers union has become this woke, just plethora of absolute just chaos and gross SI. You know, it's just imposing. And it's very disgusting what they're teaching our children these days. I can't even.
The rest of you, I feel you all need to get your act together. Instead of focusing on ice cream socials and sunsets, we really want to see some good work being done on how to keep our kids safe.
Very well said.
The documentary concluded that RUSD had not learned their lesson. And as such, as evidenced by, I've had many parents and teachers privately message me about this with their own ongoing stories. Why do the kids at RHS football call RHS football coach Glass a pervert? Why are the students saying he was caught with child porn on his computer and that he grabbed a female student's ass? They say he made only the girls turn around during squats.
Candy, I'm sorry, but the language. Can
you stop the clock if you're going to interrupt me?
I'm sorry, but she said nothing wrong. Now, this football coach was caught with that on his computer, and you're worried about the word ass? Ma'am, sorry, not sorry. Why are you allowing these types of predators into our schools? And then he's only making the female students turn around to do squats? What freaking world do we live in? I don't even know where this school is, but I'm going to find out because I will not. All right, you guys, here's the bottom line. We need to homeschool our children. You know, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm going to tell my part-time. I have 2 part-time jobs at nighttime and I go to school at night, right? But I predominantly, I work a lot on my YouTube channel and whatever else. And I thank God I can work from home because this is the type of the stuff that scares me. Like, I'm going into these schools like, look, man, if you are going to allow your activisms to infiltrate educating my child and you're going to try to indoctrinate my child, you and I are going to have a major problem. I don't care if you want to be gay. I don't care if you support trans and whatever else, but you keep that at home. The classroom has... We have teachers today that will not, in America, that will not fly the American flag, yet they will fly this flag all day, every day, the pride flag. And I have a massive problem with that. If you don't want to be in America, you are free to leave. So she's interrupting this woman because she said the word ass. Okay, all right, F you. F you with that. And the clock is still running because she's asking, could you please stop the clock?
Can you stop the clock if you're going to interrupt me?
I'm sorry. The language is all.
Okay.
Give her those few seconds back.
Okay, thank you.
My God, man,
they say
this is
he
ridiculous.
made only the girls turn around during squats to stare at them from behind. Now, I don't know why he's on leave or why he mysteriously was removed from their website, but I do know that the school has still not informed the parents of his departure. This flyer was plastered all around the school, the one I gave to you guys. And the flyer was posted all around the high school, and yet the parents still remain in the dark. And it says, free Coach Glass. He didn't mean to touch the girls' ASS. Okay.
So, number one, you have these flyers all around your school, which do you think for 1 second that that's not going to land in the hands of a parent like Candy here? God bless you, Candy. God bless you for having the cojones to stand up and say something. Do you not think, and like if you're an educator out there, if you are an educator out there, please take heed that there are parents like Candy and I who are ferocious mother bears, and we are not going to go in just protecting our little cubs, but everybody's cubs, because clearly we have to now. But here's the thing. If we all took our children out of public schools, they couldn't do this. So we need to bankrupt the schools, you know? And what sucks is our local state taxes go to our local school districts. You know, they're always asking for tax increases, support this levy, support that levy. And I'm predominantly one that does support the schools. But in my community, we don't have this type of thing going on. And if we do, yeah, you're going to see me on one of these videos because I will make such a stink and I will be heard. You do not allow this type of thing to go on. So who put the flyers up is what I want to know. Who did that? Ew, man. Y'all. Hey, Coach Glass, if you're watching, you think for 1 second that we all don't know you're a pervert? Well, we do now. My God.
Okay? And the janitors had to take that down at Redlands High School.
Oh, Redlands High School. Good.
You work for us, yet you ignore the issues we all request you address. 8 of us parents walked down to the district office and politely requested to speak with the superintendent. What did you do? You immediately called the Redlands PD, the sheriff, San Bernardino County Sheriff, the school safety officer.
So this is in California. So she and 7 other people, parents, marched down to the superintendent's office and politely asked to speak to the superintendent. And what did this California school do? They called the law on them. We're so afraid they're going to confront us about this bullshit that we're, oh my God, man. Wow. Tyrants. But I guarantee you they're on the same side that wants to defund the police, but why are you calling them? Why are you the first? Why are you always the first to call the cops? And yeah, see, I would go in there absolutely respectfully, but you're going to hear how I feel. It's not going to end well if you want to let this kind of thing go on. I think the teachers' unions need to be dismantled. I think that, the good teachers out there are getting a bad rap. They're getting wrapped up into this. And if you see something, you should say something if you're a teacher. If you see your fellow educators, indoctrinators doing this type of thing, you need to say something. Because guess what? What happens when all of these teachers are allowed to indoctrinate our children and they're getting away with stuff like this, and then the school's covering it up? The good teachers get wrapped up in that. Sorry, you're a casualty. Stand up and be on our side. My God, man, to call the cops, though. California, though, it speaks volumes.
How dare you waste 3 valuable resources on a group of pleasant, law-abiding parents who pose absolutely no threat to you, and we never have. We have questions and waited nearly an hour for everybody to come speak with us. You all ran and hid like cockroaches. What brings me to mind the Rev Principal Clary, who's now apparently vanished into thin air. Who's the new principal on campus now? Who is she? What's her name? Why haven't we been notified?
Because she's as woke as they come. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. These wokesters have infiltrated corporations where they're selling them all this woke shit at Target, and all of these companies going woke. Nike, Bud Light, Target, Ulta. It's absolutely insane. Now, we could peacefully coexist, but you don't have to shove that down our throats, because there are people that have cultural, religious beliefs, and they don't want their kid anywhere near sexuality, whether it be heterosexuality, homosexuality. I don't give a shit what sexuality. My kid has no business being around it. He's 5 years old. I will handle that when it is time, when he is age appropriate. But these people think that they could overstep those boundaries. I don't think so. They're hiring these woke people, and they're probably even woker. When one woke person has resigned or is fired, they replace them with an even woker person. It's like, what the Ugh.
You'll spam the hell out of us for digital storytelling, but when it comes to important issues, you're silent. Your current measures are worthless, as evidenced by the fact that they're not working. Everyone here can all agree on one thing, that we all want the best for our kids. And if your staff doesn't so much as...
First of all, she had 2 seconds left on that clock, and you're like, thank you. Did you guys see that? And I think that she deserves to get her message across, because y'all interrupted her. You interrupted her, and then when she asked you to stop the clock, which took more time, this lady is allowed to speak over that clock. Y'all screwed up. You should have added at least 15 seconds to her clock. It's ridiculous that they're trying to silence her. I mean, I'll go back here. And it's so crazy, because her message, this is what we want here. We want what's best. Here, I'll even move myself. We want what's best for our kids and other people's children. Know that. My God, I can't understand why these people can't understand that. But again, start taking your kids out of their schools and see how they fare when we ain't paying their wages,
Want the best for our kids. And if your staff doesn't so much as lay a hand on one of my girls, I promise you, as God is my witness, it will not end well.
Beautifully said, Mom. Beautifully said, Mom. And the ladies in the back, I might have misjudged them because they was clapping after her. Um. Oh no, yeah. So maybe they're not wokesters after all. She says, if any one of you lay a hand on my kids, it's not going to end well. I'm going to replay that because I think it needs to. God is my witness. Ooh, let's see. I'm going to rewind this and I'm going to blow it up because I think that it needs to be said. And if your staff doesn't so much as if your staff so much as lays a hand on my child, as God is my witness, it will not end well. Beautifully said, Mama Bear. Let's blow that shit up. Here, I'll even move myself so you can read her letters because I think it needs to be said.
As lay
Candy,
a
thank
hand
you.
on one of my girls, I promise you, as God is my witness, it will not end well.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is Grassroots Army. Please subscribe to his channel. Again, I will link it down in the comments section. I think I said all I wanted to say during this video. I think that these schools will continue to overstep our boundaries. I think they will continue to push the limits and see how far they could take it before we actually revolt against them. And that, I think, is what we need, you guys. I think we need to stand up and be firm and say enough is enough. All right, you guys, make sure you throw a like on the video. Make sure you're subscribed if you are not. I have a Patreon. It will be linked at the end of this video. Thank you, Grassroots Army. I love your channel. He's got about 133,000 subscribers, and he deserves way more. So you guys, please do me the honors of subscribing here and to the Grassroots Army. You would love his content, and if you want me to continue to react to his content, please let me know down in the comments. Please let me know how you feel as well. You see, I don't care if people want to be gay or lesbian or whatever. I don't care if you want to dress up as the purple people eater. I don't. Just don't involve children and we're going to be just fine. We're going to get along just fine. I think people seemingly forgotten that. All right, I got to go, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Stay kind, stay humble, and fight with all your might for these children. Their future depends on it. All right, y'all. See ya.